Hello Runescape, Wilmbesit here with a new video on how is everyone doing. Currently there's a lot of discussion going on regarding the true mastery skill capes, otherwise known as 120 capes. And this is basically a concept where Jagex releases capes for reaching a richer level in every single skill, and I have an opinion here that I will want to share with all of you. I had a pretty long discussion about this yesterday in my friend's chat, so I'm gonna start by trying to explain what I think is the reason players want 120 capes. As always, do leave your opinion in the comment section below. I'd love to see what you guys feel is the best possible thing to do about this matter. So as most of you know, there is a calculated formula that shows how much XP there is between a level and another level. Following this calculation, you hit level 120 when you reach 104 million XP, and level 126 when you reach 200 million XP. After Dungeoneering was released, the skill went on to level 120 to fit all the content that was planned out for it. At level 120 you were awarded with a new cape, a true master skill cape. And now, players want this cape for every existing skill. After the announcement of a potential 120 cape, players are training purely with this XP gain in mind, and for those reasons players want these new capes. Now, my view here is a little bit different. In short, I don't want 120 capes, I want capes for 200 million XP instead, and I'm gonna explain why. Here you have 3 capes that you probably know from before, 3 team capes. For example, let's say that this cape represents level 99 in a skill. Let's say fishing, it could be thieving, it could be hurdler, it could be really anything at all except dungeoneering. And you train fishing so much that you reach the final level in this skill, like you can't possibly level it up anymore, and for that you are rewarded with the 99 fishing cape. Now, I'm gonna skip the level 120k for a bit, I'm gonna get back to that one in a second, but for now we're gonna move on to 200 million cape. This one doesn't exist, but that's what I want it to be. I mean, you have reached the final step in this skill, you train it so much that you have reached the last possible XP in it. You can't possibly get more XP in this skill, and that is how much you have trained it. And for completely finishing this skill, I think that you should be awarded with the 200 million cape to prove that you actually capped out and finished an entire skill. But this one won't exist. So let's go back to the 120 cape. This one might exist. But why? If we should look at this thing that I made in Photoshop, it shows that every achievement throughout fishing and any other skill really except engineering, you get 99 and the next achievement is 200 million XP. Between here, it's not really anything else to be pointed out, it's just random XP rates. And for some reason, players want to get a new cape for getting something in XP in like, I don't know, in the middle of here or so. But there isn't anything there, it's just some XP. Sure, if you pull up the Dungeoneering one, you see there's a little mark here for capping at Dungeoneering at level 120, since that skill offers you that possibility. 120 Dungeoneering exists as an actual, playable, achievable content. 120 fishing doesn't exist. It's a richer level, you can't possibly achieve level 120 fishing, as the level doesn't go higher than level 99. And because of that, this progress line is empty, it's just XP to be gained. So this is my argument, why should we be awarded for getting a certain number of XP that only matters in one other skill, but that doesn't matter for anything else? Why don't we get a reward for capping the entire skill instead? So let me explain the issue that I can see some people saying, which is also the reason why I chose this cape to be an example for this video. Some people will be worried that if Jagex released 200 million XP capes instead, they will look identical to the 120 cape, and then what happens to 200 million XP in Dungeoneering? Simple. Let's keep the example of these capes being their achievement, 99, 120 and 200 million XP. Skill capes and master skill capes would keep their look. The 200 million cape would get a new touch to it. I don't know what it could be, maybe an additional flare, a glow somewhere, or just more details to it. But it would definitely work itself out, and it would be just as much work for Jagex as 120 capes would be. So in short, again, I don't think 120 capes should be made, as there isn't really an achievable cap of that number for XP for any other skill rather than Dungeoneering alone. I'd rather have a reward for completing the entire skill. My name is Wilmbesit, and I'll see you guys later.